Hello again, YTPC. Hope everyone is well. Had a wonderful Friday evening, I hope. Mine was okay, didn't really do much. Today we're going to be talking about another tobacco. That tobacco, Peterson's Irish Flake. This is probably a blend that many of you have already smoked, so this isn't like it's just more of a first impression for me. I've had a couple bowls of it since I received it a few days ago. I enjoy it. It is, right now we're kind of, at least on my channel, we're focusing on cold weather blends. I'll be doing a little bit of a discussion on that as well. Try to get the kindling lit. So when I received this, as you all know, I was having a hard time. It wasn't available for, it was just a couple weeks that I couldn't really, I was checking off and on. Finally it came available. I snatched up a tin of it. I didn't order a lot of it because I knew this was going to be one of the blends that I'm going to be smoking pretty much just the winter time. And if I really, really enjoy it, I can get more. It might take me, a little bit of time, but so when I opened up the tin, it's pretty much very, very comparable to the HH Old Dark Fired. You get that cured meat smell, leathery, barbecuey. That's, definitely a lot of, they have some Kentucky in this. It's, you just know when you open the tin and you smell it that the stuff is going to be moderately sweet from like a barbecue standpoint, but it's going to be strong. And it is. Well, it's dark. It smells good. So there's a few things we're going to talk about. First, we'll check out the tobacco on reviews. You can keep it in the bowl. Full-bodied blend made of equal proportions, air-cured, flue-cured, and dark-fired. True to the pure. Unspoiled tobacco taste. Recommended for the experienced pipe smoker. Brand Peterson, blended by Peterson, manufactured by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. It's a Burley based, so there's Burley, Kentucky, and Virginia in it. There's quite a bit of Kentucky in it, I can tell you that. No flavoring, cut flake, 50-gram tin, country Denmark, currently available. That's debatable. Strength strong, flavoring none detected, room note tolerable, taste full, and it has a rating of 3.35, basically because there's a shit ton of ratings on it. Wallace Flake, I think there was under 50, and it didn't, in my opinion, it didn't rate very well. This is rating pretty well, but that's because they have a bunch of ratings on it. It's good. A quick little slice of what Jimmings says. Original review date 8/8/2014. A strong blend with a potent blast of nutty, earthy, woody, sweet, and sharp earlies that are well supported by dark-fired Kentucky, which offers a rich, hearty dose of smoke, earth, floralness, wood, vegetation, herbs, medium spice, nuts, mild barbecue. Yeah. So, like I said, when I opened it up, it reminds me quite a bit of H.H. Old Dark-Fired, which I like in colder weather. This is no exception. This will be no exception. If you've been watching any of the VRs that have come in that I've posted, I had one from Pipe Journey, and I'm noticing there's a few comments that are kind of similar to his VR. There's just people that don't really, they haven't made the connection where they have different types of tobaccos they want to smoke throughout different times of the year. They just smoke the same tobaccos all year. And yes, there are people like that, pipe smokers, who I just don't think they really, they don't dive down the rabbit hole. Not that they don't have knowledge of tobacco, because many do. It's just they don't make that distinction that they need any certain types of tobaccos, during the winter months or during the summer months. So I'm getting some of that. But he was almost to the point where he was literally asking, what makes a blend a winter blend? Well, we're kind of talking about that right now. This is what, generally in the winter, you want a stronger tobacco, something maybe with some Kentucky in it, dark-fired Kentucky. Many people enjoy Englishes. They want the Perique. It's just more enjoyable to many people when the weather is colder than when it is hotter. That's kind of how the whole winter blend thing came along. And that's what made me kind of focus my GAW on that. I'd say it's more than half of the pipe smokers out there enjoy certain blends throughout, the fall, winter months, more than throughout the summer months. This is probably me, mostly my opinion, but from what I've seen, I've been smoking a pipe for going on over 6 years now. Been on YouTube for almost that long, and that's just that's the conclusion that I've made. Still getting a few questions about the GAW. I'll try to explain it as well as I can. VRs, you'll get 3 entries. A comment, you get 1. Give me your favorite 2 pipe tobaccos. It does not, if you're not a, if you're like Pipe Journey, and you don't have preferences in the winter, just give me your favorite 2 tobaccos. Okay. And you'll be entered in. It's that simple. I'm going to throw in the 2 that I pointed out, so you'll be getting 4 tobaccos. If you win, you'll be getting 4 tobaccos sent to you. your two favorites and the two that I'm throwing in. Like me smoking this today. It's cold here today. It's in the mid-30s probably right now. This is much, much more enjoyable to me today than what it would be in July. I probably couldn't smoke this in July. That's better. Too much sun coming in. So hopefully that kind of gives you an explanation of winter blends for some of the people who have been asking. I've actually had people, they were really in the dark, which is not surprising. It's, it just depends on probably some of the channels that you've been subscribed to. Some of the channels that's been out there for a while, they've talked about this, this subject that talk about winter blends, they'll talk about summer blends. But yeah, I'm definitely in the category when it comes to Dark Fire Kentucky, any blends with that in it, with a pronounced, good dose of it. I definitely enjoy it in the winter, and I don't really enjoy it in the summer. So, this stuff's good. So yeah, still slowly getting suggestions via comment mostly, but they're coming in, and surprisingly I'm not getting a lot of repeaters, so, which now doesn't make any difference because whoever wins the drawing that's what they're going to get, whatever they want. So you can always tell when someone is smoking something with Kentucky in it, because the smoke is just is so thick, and I think it's very pleasant. If you read some of the reviews on tobacco reviews, a lot of people don't judge it as a pleasant room note. I do. I think it smells really good. And I'll definitely probably order more of it. I just won't order like a lot of it. I won't cellar it too deep. It'll be there with the HH Dark Fired. I got like a couple tins of that, and I'll smoke that off and on throughout the winter. I was going to kind of give you, before I go, I'll give you a couple of my ideas with winter. Not knocking them down. Just dig them out. So of course you already know this, McBaron Dark Twist. It's got a little bit of Dark Fire Kentucky in it, but it's mainly Burley's Virginias. And it's got a little bit of like maple flavoring to it. Supposedly it's a good, very enjoyable in the fall and winter. HH Old Dark Fire. This is pretty much Kentucky. Yeah, it's on the stronger side. I'd put it in the same category as Irish Flake, for sure. It's a Burley blend. I just tried this recently. Cobblestone Hiking. It has a lot of the molasses, nutty, earthy, but it's got a slight sweetness to it. When I say molasses, that's what I'm talking about. It's a slight sweetness, but it does have, it's got a lot of earth to it. Something good to smoke in the wintertime, for sure. Of course, Irish Flake. Another Virginia Burley, more like Burley, Virginia. McBaron Navy Flake. The Burleys kind of drive the bus on this too. This has got a little more sweetness to it though than your general Burley based blends, but it's so good, and you can definitely smoke it in the winter. Many might say it's not really that much of a winter blend, but I think it is. It's definitely a medium strength tobacco. Yeah, these two, Old Dark Fired, McBaron, especially Old Dark Fired and Irish Flake, you know after you smoke a bowl of that, you really want to probably eat something before you smoke it. And last, if I was to a true winter blend, my true winter blend, and I didn't pick this one to send out because it's the strongest stuff that I smoke. It's stronger than Old Dark Fired. Rum Flake from Sam Nogales. That stuff is a bulldozer. I have a bowl of that, and I have to put the pipe down, take a break before I smoke another bowl. It's actually categorized as an aromatic. I bet there's a lot of people who have seen that, they didn't completely read all the info on smoking pipes, and they ordered that thinking it's just your run-of-the-mill aromatic. Smoked probably one bowl of that and probably threw it in their cellar and hasn't touched it because it's so strong. But it's good. I enjoy it, and I smoke it a lot in the winter. That's usually the only time I smoke it, is when it gets cold. But I just don't think it's for everybody, so I didn't put it in the GAW. I'm going to stick with the two that I picked. The Wallace Flake, I definitely will categorize that as a winter blend, but it's not like overly strong. It's not going to, I think most people can tolerate it. Not the case with Rum Flake. Not saying it's a bad blend. I love it. We'll look into that one. So yeah, Rum Flake. Christmas Cake of Our Tobacco is a very rich, sweet, fully flavored blend. The main feature is the high proportion of naturally sweet sun-cured tobaccos in the blend, over 40%. Only 30% Virginia leaf, with the rest of the blend coming from Burleys and dark air cured, contribute to a strong but rewarding smoke. The whole blend is based in maple sugars to further enhance the natural sweetness of the sun-cured leaf, then round it off with a dash of rum. This stuff isn't available right now. I think it's not that easily available. That's the other reason why I didn't put it in the GAW. Yeah, blend type aromatic. Contents: Burley, Virginia. Flavoring: maple rum, broken flake, 50 gram tin. It's made in the UK. Strength, they say medium. It is past medium, I guarantee you that. Flavoring: medium. Room note pleasant to tolerable. Taste medium to full. So the room note pleasant to tolerable, that's why that's an aromatic. That rating is 303. So that's a good description of the Rum Flake. Yeah, if you read that in tobacco reviews, and you're thinking, well, that don't sound all that bad. Trust me, it's the first time I got some, I enjoyed it, and I can smoke it all year round, but I enjoy it a lot more in the wintertime. But I can smoke it in the summertime, but I think it affects me more in the summertime than it does in the winter. There's been just a couple times where I've had multiple bowls of it, and halfway through the second bowl I wasn't enjoying it anymore. So just to say, if it's something that you want to try, it's definitely a winter blend. It is characterized as an aromatic, but I'm just saying that stuff is every bit as strong as the Old Dark Fired or the or the Peterson's Irish Flake, at least for me. But yeah, I think that'll probably do it for this video. I've been going on quite a while. Again, hopefully I answered a few more questions with the GAW. I think eventually the questions will die down. People will all be on the same page, and we'll just be getting, you know, probably a lot of different suggestions. People will, it's pretty apparent already. People, some of these has been smoking pipes a long time. They have so much knowledge with a lot of these tobaccos. I've never heard of some of these tobaccos. That's okay. As long as I can get a hold of them and get them to you, that's okay. So again, I hope everybody has an amazing Saturday. Until next time, keep them lit.